So here after rounding off, the number will be 5.33 because here 8 is greater than 5. Do you understand? So this is a very important rule, and this is a very basic rule actually. So let me summarize this rule again. It is very simple. Okay. This is very simple. Here, suppose let me take a number x is equals to 2.12346. Okay. So what will be the rounding of this number according to the rule number 1, what I have said earlier, rule 1. Okay. Now up to 1 decimal place, the cutoff digit is 1, and we have to look this digit. Okay, and here this 2 is less than 5. So the rounding of after rounding of the number will be just 2.1, because this 1 will retain its original value, because the number which is lying after the cutoff digit is less than 5. Now for this, if I am asked to find the rounding of this number, or this rounding of this number up to 2 decimal place, that is up to 2, then we have to look this number, and in that case x will be 2.12, as here 3 is also less than 5. But if I asked to rounding off up to this decimal, or up to 4 decimal place, okay, up to 4 decimal place, then we have to look this number 6, and this 6 is greater than 5. So here in this case x will be 2.1235, because this 4 is increased by 1. Okay, so this was the rule number 1. Now let me talk about rule number 2. What is actually rule number 2? Okay, so rule number 2. Okay, so what is actually saying this rule number 2? Now if the digit is to be dropped is 5, let me write down first the rule. Okay, then I will explain you. If the digit to be dropped, if the digit to be dropped is 5, followed by digit 5 followed by digits other than 0, and the preceding digit is, then the preceding digit is increased by 1. So what if the digit to be dropped is 5? Let me understand this line at first. If the digit to be dropped is 5, what is actually mean? In the previous example, I have x is equals to, suppose, 2.324, and if I asked to rounding of this number up to 2 decimal place, that is up to this, then the number which I have to drop is 4. and as this 4 is less than 5, then this value 2 will retain its original value and it will be 2.32. So here the digit which is to be dropped is 4. But in this rule it is said that if the digit to be dropped is 5, if instead of 4 this is 5, then what will be the thing? Then what will be the thing? And the digits is 5 followed by digits other than 0, and after this 5 there is no 0. Like if x equals to 2.325, but after 5 there is no 0. If after 5 there is 0, that will be another case. But here it is said that it is followed other than 0. 5 followed by digit other than 0. Okay, so there is no 0. Like there is another number like 2, it may be 2 again or 3 again. Okay, so 2.3252, suppose this is the number, and we have to asked dropped this 5. That means we are asked to find the rounding of this number up to 2 decimal place, and as after this 2 there is 5, we have to drop the digit 5, and this is followed by other than 0. Okay, this is followed by other than 0. So here this value 2 will increased by 1. This is what the rule saying. If the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by digit other than 0, then the preceding digit is increased by 1. So here after rounding up, this number will be x is equals to 2.33. Similarly, if we have another example, that is x is equals to suppose 14.252, then if we are asked to rounding of this up to 1 decimal place, then it will be x equals to 14.3, because this 5 have to be dropped here. So if we are asked to drop the digit 5 and after 5 there is no zeros but something else, then the number up to which we have the rounding up is increased by 1. Okay, so this is the thing. But if there is 0, if after 5 there is 0, then the scenario will be different, and let me discuss that thing also. Okay, so that is rule number 3. So now I will discuss rule number 3, which is actually we have to drop 5 but there is 0 after 5. Okay, so here what will be the thing? So now this is, you can say, rule 3. So let me analyze this thing. Okay, suppose x is equals to 6.250 and x is equals to 6.350. Okay, two number I have taken, and in both the cases we have to rounding of this number up to 1 decimal place, So here in this case it will be just 6.2, but here in this case it will be 6.4. Now the question is why, and the answer is in the rule number 3. Here it is said that if the number up to which we have to rounding off, or the cutoff digit, if the cutoff digit which is lying before 5 and there is 0 of course after 5, in this rule there should be 0 after 5, because for other than 0